Hello and welcome to the Motorway Man, and welcome back to another Motorway quiz, the Motorway Quiz 14. And before we get going with today's 7 set of questions, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new around these parts, and of course give the video a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. So let's get into things then with the Motorway Quiz 14, and as always I'll be starting off with the rules. So I will read every question twice. I'll then give you 7 seconds to think of your answer to the question. I'll then reveal the answer, and at the end of the quiz you can give yourself a mark out of 7 because there is 7 questions of course, and if you want to, feel free to comment your final score down below as I'd love to hear how you did. So let's waste no time then and get into our first question today, normally an easy one. How long is the M4? I could have made that one a bit easier actually. It seems a little bit difficult, but if you know the answer, you know. So, how long is the M4? 189 miles, 210 miles, or 244 miles? Question 1, a little bit more difficult than our usual question 1s. How long is the M4? 189, 210, or 244 miles long? Here's your 7 seconds. The correct answer is 189 miles long, making the M4 one of the longest motorways in the country. So great job, you went for option A there. Question 2. What is the top speed you can drive on a motorway while towing a trailer? This is similar to last week's question. Is it 70 miles an hour, 60 miles an hour, or 50 miles per hour? What is the top speed you can drive on a motorway while towing a trailer? Is it 70, 60 or 50 miles per hour? Here's your 7 seconds. The correct answer is 60 miles an hour. It's the same for any trailer, whether it's a caravan or like a goods trailer or something, or one you put on an articulated truck like a lorry, anything like that, any trailer, it's always 60 miles an hour. So great job if you went for 60. Question 3. How long was the M67 under construction? And what I mean by that is how long did it take to be completed entirely? Was it 3 years, 5 years or 6 years? How long was the M67 under construction? Only a short motorway, keep in mind. 3 years, 5 years or 6 years? The correct answer is 6 years. Work started on the Hyde bypass in 1975, was completed in 1978. That was the first section, but I asked for it to be completed entirely. So then they built the Denton Relief Road between 1978 and 1981, totaling a total of 6 years for the M67 to be fully constructed. So moving on to question 4. Reading Services is on which motorway? The M3, the M4 or the M5? A nice easy one. Reading Services is on which motorway? The M3, the M4 or the M5? Here's your 7 seconds. The correct answer is the M4, and if you want to learn all about Reading Services, a couple of weeks back I actually went there and filmed a tour of both sides, the east and the westbound sides of Reading, so if you want to learn more about them, be sure to check those episodes out after this one. So great job there if you went for M4. Question 5. What is the highest numbered junction on the M3? What I mean by this is if you're on the M3, what's the highest numbered junction that you can drive past? Is it junction 14, junction 17 or junction 19? What is the highest numbered junction on the M3? What do its junction numbers go up to? Is it junction 14? Does it go up to junction 17 or maybe even junction 19? Here's your 7 seconds. The correct answer is 14. The highest numbered junction on the M3 is junction 14. So if you started at 1 and you worked your way up, you would get to junction 14 but not to 17 or 19 because they don't exist. So great job if you could work around that slightly trick question there and went for 14. So question 6. What motorway is closest to the city of St David's? And if you don't know, St David's is a city in Wales. Is it the A48M, the M4 or the A116M? What motorway is closest to St David's? Is it the A48M, the M4 or the A116M? Here's your 7 seconds. The correct answer is the M4, and if you got my clue about the city of St David's being in Wales, then you should be able to work out that the M4 is the major motorway in Wales, so you could do a bit of a process of elimination thing right there. And St David's is a really small city in the western side of Wales, so great job there if you went for M4. And lastly, question 7, the slightly trickier question. Who opened rugby services? Was it the Prime Minister, the Secretary of State for Transport, or was it the local MP? Question 7. Who opened rugby services? The Prime Minister, the Secretary of Transport, or the local MP? Here's your 7 seconds. The correct answer is the local MP. The local MP in rugby at the time, Mark Pawsley, as well as a junior transport minister were there, but not the Secretary of Transport. So great job if you went for local MP, and I'm sure the Prime Minister had better things to do than be at the grand opening of a service station. So yeah, great job if you went for local MP there, because he was at the grand opening of rugby services. So give yourself a mark out of 7. I'm sure you all did stupendously on this, the Motorway Quiz 14. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate your time as always. Now I am aware that Halloween, along with All Saints Day, is coming up, with a Halloween special coming on Friday, so you guys can look forward to that. Have a marvellous week in the meantime. Subscribe if you haven't already, comment down below, give the video a good old thumbs up, and I shall catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.